All right, this is test 6. When graphing inequalities, which signs do we use for a closed? Our closed is going to be A and C. Open, sorry. Closed would be D and B. When solving an inequality, we flip the sign when we multiply or divide by a negative. True or false? When graphing an inequality, the arrow always goes the direction the arrow went in the problem. This is false. Remember, that only happens when my variable is on the left. So, for example, for number 4, my variable's on the left, so my arrow is going to go that direction. So I'm going to do a open circle at 6, and I'm going to go this direction. This tells me x is greater than 6, and 7, 8, 9 are greater. So what are some numbers that x could be? Well, it can't be 6 because it's opened. It doesn't include it, but it can be 7 and 8. Number 6, it's going to be open circle on -2. And this time my variable's on the right. So some people memorize, well, then my arrow goes the other direction. I just think m is greater than, so I'm going to go towards bigger numbers. It cannot include -2, but it can have a -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is the only answer choice. Let's look at number 8. Sorry. All right, so number 8. Going to be a closed circle on -4. D is greater than, so I'm going to go greater than. Remember, now it includes, it can equal it. So -4 is an answer, -3, and -2. Because all of those are greater than -4 or equal to it. Number 10, closed circle at 9. V is smaller, so it's going to go to the left. But it can include it, and 8 is smaller. All right, let's look at number 12. Draw a line. -2 times r. The inverse of multiplication is to divide, so I'm going to divide by negative. Now, I just said divide by a negative, so I'm going to go ahead and flip my sign. It's going to open the other direction. These cancel. Leave me with just r. And -10 divided by -2 is 5. 13, d divided by 5. The inverse of division is multiplication, so I'm going to multiply by 5. I did not multiply or divide by negative. This step is positive, so it's going to stay the same direction. 2 times 5 is 10. All right, number 14 is a little bit different. We have variables on both sides, so I need to move my smaller variable. So I'm going to subtract 3r from both sides. The reason I subtract is because this is a positive 3r. Cancels, leaving me with -5. 5r minus 3r, 2r minus 9. My goal is to get r by itself, so I need to take care of this -9, so I'm going to add 9 to both sides. This leaves me with 2r. This leaves me with +4. Divide both sides by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. I divided by a positive, so my sign will stay the same. Next one, I have a variable on one side already, so I'm just going to subtract 7 from both sides, leaving me with -3m. 19 minus 7 is 12. -3m is multiplication, so the inverse is to divide. I divided by a negative, so I'm going to go ahead and flip my sign before I forget. Oh, don't know why I made that more. There. And 12 divided by -3 is -4. All right, in 16 we have variables on both sides. I'm going to move my smaller one. Let's cancel, leaves me with 11. 5 minus 2 is 3y minus 4. My goal is to get y by itself, so I'm going to add 4 to both sides. Divide both sides by 3. I divided by a positive, so my sign will stay the same. I get y is greater or equal to y. 5 is greater than or equal to y. Now, if you need to go back and rewind and look at all these, because I know I'm going pretty quick, then go ahead and do that. Use this time to study for your retest. At a store, each notebook costs X dollars. Which situation can be represented by this inequality? So at the store, each notebook, that tells me it's multiplication. Okay, so we have 5 times X less than 3X plus 2. So let's look. The cost of 5 notebooks, so 5 times my notebooks, is greater than the cost of 3 notebooks plus a $2 pen. Now this almost matches, but my sign is wrong. Let's look at B. The cost of 5 notebooks, so 5 notebooks, is less than the cost of 3 notebooks with a $2 off. And that's a subtraction concept. So that doesn't match. The cost of 5 notebooks is less than, well, we got our symbol right, that's good, the cost of 3 notebooks plus a $2 pen. That looks good, but I'm going to go ahead and check my D just to make sure. The cost of 5 notebooks is greater than $2 greater than the price of 3 notebooks. Well, we already have the wrong sign, so we're going to just C is correct. Now, this one should look familiar because we did it in class and it was on your review sheet. Helen had 330, so I have Helen on this side, and she has 330. Vince, when Vince opened a savings account with $0, I can put the 0 if I want. Helen deposited, so I'm going to put in $30 into her account each, it's a multiplication word, each week. Vince deposited, so I'm going to add $50 each week. So already, if it doesn't have 330 plus 30x, I can eliminate it. So this has 330 plus 50x. This has 330 plus 50x. So those are already wrong. Which inequality represents the situation when the amount of money in Helen's account is greater? So I want to know when Helen's is going to be greater than that. So that matches answer choice G. All right, let's go ahead and look at the next question. Veronica is ordering trophies for her school. We have company P. It charges $3.50 for each trophy. So I'm going to do $3.50 times T, which is my trophy, and a one-time engraving fee of $25. So one-time engraving means I'm just going to be adding $25 to my P. Company R charges $7.50 per trophy, so $7.50 for each trophy. That's a multiplication word also. And a one-time engraving of $17. All right, so which inequality can be used to find X, the minimum number of trophies that can be ordered so that the total charge at P, so I'm looking at when P, is going to be less than the total at R. So I'm looking for 3.5T plus 25. So 3.5T plus 25. So F and G don't have that. 7.5X or T plus 17, that's good. And I want my symbol showing that P is less than. So H is correct. And in the situation above, what does the variable represent? What did this T stand for? What did this X stand for? It stood for my trophies. All right. Hopefully you got all of those right.